What is up, everybody? KLE here playing Minecraft, and I am back on the Equilibrium server. And this is the third attempt at recording a video. The first attempt, I ended up talking about stuff I've already talked about before, and it was a lot of woe is me, complaining about life and stuff. And I felt like I've done that enough on one of my Jason fan server videos, so I'm not going to go put anybody through that again. The second one was a reattempt to do the initial episode, and I ended up not really doing anything. But as you can see right here, I'm cooking up a lot of glass. Probably won't need nearly as much as I am assuming, but I'm trying to do two things here. And I will show you how much progress I have gotten done on the roof since the last episode. I've got a lot of progress done on the roof since the last episode. And actually showed a bit of it in one of the episodes. But I have since scrapped that. But here we are. As you can see, the half slabs are finally wrapped all the way around the whole thing. It took a lot of stone, but I finally got it finished. I'm also working on this glass ceiling. I was going to do slabs for the very top, but considering the lighting issue, there's already the occasional mob that spawns every so often, mainly around the glass. So, I've been putting glass up here. And the third thing is the Jumbo-Tron, and I was originally going to close off or encompass, any other synonym for it. I was going to surround the beacon in the Jumbo-Tron, but it looked too high up, so I decided to make it lower underneath it, and I'll show you what it looks like from down here. But this is basically the basic idea of it. From the top row, if you're sitting here, you can, the very top row on the other side gets nicked off, but you're not really here to watch the other people, you're here to watch the game on the ice. So, and we don't have enough people to fill the whole stadium, so chances are you're probably going to be sitting down here by the glass, behind the bench, where you can slap the guys with your sword. So, but yeah, we're going to be mainly working on this and finishing that up once the glass is done cooking. Also, the beacon is completely finished. I have speed 2, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's the main update. It is June 6th, and quite early for me. It's 8:30 in the morning. Not too entirely early. For me, like, extremely early would be like 6 or 7 in the morning, but I don't even remember the last time I've woken up that early, so. But it's not an unfamiliar thing for me to do. It's just not as common anymore. But yeah, we got all this glass cooking up. Do I have some wheat somewhere? I'm kind of in the need for sustenance. Yes, here we go. A little bit. So a couple updates. Not really life updates for me, but more of life updates in general as the sun sets. Oh yeah, I do have melons, but I don't really... what though? I'll be munching on them all episode, but that's okay. Let's go all the way to the back. I need to get some black wool. But two big things to talk about today. The first one is we have our first tropical storm of the season. I live in Florida, and in Florida we do have the coastal storms that, I don't think anybody else on the server would. Well, maybe Mitch. I don't know where exactly in Australia he lives in, but for him, I think they're cyclones in Australia. The hurricanes on the Atlantic coast, or tropical storms, typhoons around Asia, and cyclones everywhere else. But we got our first tropical system. It's Andrea, which coincidentally is the name of my sister. So, but this storm has developed right off the coast and probably won't be that strong. It's actually already affecting us right now. It's quite rainy out. But I need an actual fence gate over here. For now, it's just a pair of cobblestones. Actually, I do have a gate, but just eat your grass. Eat your grass. It is good for you. Very good for you. Anyways, yeah, we do have a tropical system. Basically, what a hurricane or a tropical storm is, in the most basic explanation, is it's a very big, very powerful thunderstorm. It has a lot of rain, has a lot of wind, and that's kind of all you really need to know. And it spawns in the ocean. It develops in the ocean. So, I am quite the weather fanatic, so I do keep track of it. And I probably could explain it in greater detail, but I am not going to, in fear that I would say something drastically wrong. So, a zombie. I'm just doing a little landscaping because these damn Endermen keep, you know, keep putting these grass blocks all over the place. But yeah, we got our first one of the season. It's actually a bit early for the actual hurricane season to start. I see I gotta light up the roof there. But, yeah, it's a little early for the season to start. Normally it's around August, September. It's currently June. Technically, the hurricane season starts as early as June and runs from there. But last season we had like 4 storms in May. So why do I have 3 torches right here? So yeah, that's the prominent news of the day. Like I said, this tropical storm Andrea is not that significant. Last report had wind speeds of 35 miles per hour. Translate that any way you like to kilometers. I don't know exactly what speed that is in kilometers, but yeah, it's not that significant. It's kind of basically the size. It's basically a giant thunderstorm, is all it is. The worst part about it will be rain. It's going to be a lot of rain, especially depending on how fast the storm moves. So, the flood advisories are always the most prominent thing to look out for. Apparently, my horse wants to enchant something. That's probably a good idea because I have 33 levels, so we'll do that real quick. As you can see, I have 4 swords, and they are all Bane of Arthropods. Some have looting on them, which is pretty good, but I would not like Bane of Arthropods this time. It's almost like it's the only enchantment. This one's Smite, though, and looting. So. There's a golden helmeted skeleton over there. I would like sharpness, if that's okay. I don't care if that's the only thing I get. Knockback and looting, that's okay. At least there's no Bane of Arthropods on it. Knockback 2, looting 2. It's kind of a general purpose kind of sword. Kind of doing 3 projects at once, killing creepers for their gunpowder, and working on the Jumbo-Tron, and putting the glass on the roof, and killing these skeletons. Oh. So yeah, that is the most significant thing today. We have a giant thunderstorm bearing down on Florida. So, the other bit of news is something more from my personal interests, but I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, and they have a new song out. It just came out, actually just came out last night. It is called Came Back Haunted, which I think is quite the, this is not the material for the roof. I think it's quite the fitting name for a band who has been on hiatus since 2008, 2009. So, but yeah, Nine Inch Nails is an industrial rock band. They've been around since 1989, and I actually just started listening to them right as they went off on hiatus. So, but I have pretty much every album, every single, and every remix album that they've ever had, so, to date, so, I'm quite the avid fan. I've not been to a show yet. Like I said, they went on hiatus right as I was starting to listen to them, so my frames dropped to 30 for some reason, and now they're back up to 60. I had them up at 90 at one point, like an episode ago. Someone stole this grass block. Dang Enderman. Keep messing things up. Let's grab this sand. Or this glass now. Put the gunpowder away. We are at 130 fireworks. 4th of July is less than a month away. Also, 200 videos is less than a month away. Well, I don't know if it's a month away, but it's coming up pretty quickly. So, if I could sync up 4th of July with my 200th video, that would be, excuse me, that would be pretty cool. But, yeah, Nine Inch Nails is one of my favorite bands, and they've got a new song out. They are back from hiatus. Technically, the man behind the band, Trent Reznor, he never technically left. Ever since the band itself went on hiatus, but he actually continued doing other things. He did a cover song for U2, and that was for a tribute album. And see, there's a creeper down there in the penalty box. But yeah, he did a tribute song for U2 for an album, tribute album, and then he did another song for a Japanese movie, which I guess for an industrial rock band is kind of fitting for his style, at least, to do a Japanese film. But and then he went on to do a music scores for two movies, The Social Network and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the American version, which has been debated to be slightly better than the I forget where the actual original came from, but I hear it's slightly better, but I like it. Considering I've never read the book, I think they just say it's less confusing than, I don't know. I've never read the book, nor have I seen the non-American version, but yeah, he did music scores for both of those. He got a Grammy for The Social Network, I think. So, it's pretty good. And he's also been doing... There we go, we're all done with the roof. I'm going to check it on the underside. But yeah, he also did a side project called How to Destroy Angels. And was kind of working on that for quite a while with his wife. And, wife and longtime collaborator. And it was him, his wife, which is Mariqueen Mondig. I'm trying to throw an accent in there like it means something. But, yeah, him, his wife, and, his longtime friend Atticus Ross, who, has helped out a lot. Oh yeah, I was gonna check the underside, that's right. Kinda hard for me to talk and do things at the same time. I tend to get sidetracked a lot. But yeah, I did, two, EP albums, which are kinda demo albums, and then released a full album with them. And it got... I liked it. I liked the content that was put out. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as 9 Inch Nails, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the music. It's not something that I listen to constantly, though. Yeah, it's not bad. I kinda like it. The best part is that the beacon doesn't get affected by it, and it's probably the best and probably the only way to light up this place. At night, it will be, it'll obviously be a little bit dark, but, the only people who have to worry about mobs is the front row. Like I said, I can't put glowstone any closer, or else I'll start melting the ice. So, let's see if we can get some more sheepy sheep wool. That's sheepy sheep is Zisto. I keep picking up stuff from the Minecraft guys. Like Dam was one of them, and that's not the way. And Guy, hey Guy, stuff like that. Alright. Are there the sheeps? I want to at least finish the framework. Yeah, I need to get a new saddle for this horse. For some reason, with the new snapshot, the horse saddles have been removed. As you can see, there's an actual inventory, so I'm gonna go see if I have a saddle. But, yeah, those are the two main updates I wanted to talk about. I'm a pretty big rock fan. I was actually born into country music, which, Granted, that sounds kind of bad for anybody who's heard of country music. You know, there's a lot of people who really hate it. It's kind of one of the... It's definitely falls into the love it or hate it category, I think. Well, at least for the majority of listeners, I think there's, you know, every group has the, you know, like a few bands and whatever, or like a few artists, I guess. Get rid of these dang melons. But, yeah, I was born into country music. I had already forgotten what I was going to do. Oh, yeah, saddle. But, there you go. I do not have any horse armor, nor do I completely know how to craft one. I don't have any interest in crafting a horse armor for a horse that I may never use. I just kind of went out and got one for the novelty, and came back with two, so... But yeah, it was Green Day. The band Green Day was the, oh yeah, don't mind this corner. It's a little different because of the booth over there. It's a different shape compared to the other three, but if you don't pay attention to it, it shouldn't bother you too much. Don't look at it. But yeah, Green Day was the first rock band that I had ever listened to. There we go. And, I think my mom brought home the album American Idiot, and I very slowly transitioned into the rock scene. I was definitely the last family member to do so. I think my brother was one of the first. But yeah, eventually I got into rock music and phased out of country, just as country was starting to lose its country. Country music sounds a lot like pop music nowadays. It's really pop music with southern twang, really. And at least that's what it sounds like to me. I mean, there's probably some good old-fashioned country music singers out there still, but stop, get me out. But for now, it's just, it's not the same. So, I do not enjoy it anymore. I still like, country music from, you know, when I grew up, like Garth Brooks and Brooks and Dunn and Clint Black and stuff like that. But, none of the new stuff. I think the very last country singer that I liked was Gary Allan. And, I kind of had this, at least when I was listening to it originally, he kind of had this very, very, I want to say he had a rock feel, a very slight rock feel to him. Just not so much in his music style, but in his lyrics. It didn't feel like the generic country music. Then again, it probably did, but who knows. But who knows what I was listening to. But yeah, since then I've transitioned over to rock, and I'm not somebody who likes like all of the rock bands that you'd expect to like. Like, I'm not a big fan of AC/DC. I do like a couple of their songs. I don't like Metallica, I don't like Black Sabbath or Ozzy. I don't like any of those. Oops, don't need one up there. I need, probably... Do I have a Rogue Plank or anything? No. I have a couple signs. I have 6 chests. I have 9 crafting tables, so I'll cook one of those up, I guess. You can cook crafting tables, by the way. But yeah, you know, I'm not a big fan of those guys, but you know, I do like other bands, like. God bless me, that was a weird sneeze. I do not have a mute button, so I apologize for my sneezing. But, I can just clip it out of the recording. That's really the best I can do. But yeah, I like bands like Green Day and Chevelle. And Nine Inch Nails is definitely my favorite. I also like Slipknot, which is more metal. You know, I'm kind of all over the spectrum, just not the incredibly famous bands. The ones that the entire world loves. But, yeah. You know, I'm trying to think of other bands, like, Hollywood Undead, which is kind of more of a rap rock group. Flowbots, which is also a rap rock group, but they're more of a, I want to say an activist group. Their music talks about, you know, society and the environment and stuff like that. So. But, I should probably finish that instead of running around in circles like an idiot. Oh. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place in terms of rock music, but, not a big fan of the big names. Metallica is known as the, greatest rock band of all time, the king of rock, or the current king of rock. You cannot beat Elvis, Metallica, you cannot beat Elvis. But, yeah, it's, I do have my tastes, and they are different from other tastes. So I think I'm going to do the bottom in black wool as well. The inside of the frame, I'm not really sure, though. It's, like, let me show you. Like, this is going to be black, but I don't know if this, or this will be black. Might do a gray or a light gray to kind of show this a screen. I don't know if you can hear that, but my stomach is currently trying to be the loudest it can be right now. And is just growling up a storm. It's like it's dying. It's trying to digest every last bit of stuff. It seems like when I go through here, I drop to 30 frames. That was quite the difference in, that was quite the difference in, that was an ADD moment. Oh gosh, my stomach, man, I just dropped to 30 frames. Yeah, I'm 30 frames here. Right around here. 30, now I'm up to 58, 60, 40, 50, 60. Somewhere around that beacon, I dropped to 30 frames. But yeah, it is almost 9 a.m. and I have not eaten yet, so actually I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I've kind of rambled along, talked about the weather and music, my taste in music, so I'm going to finish it off here, and I'm actually going to upload this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I shall see you all next time.